Hello, welcome. Let me set things up here. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Alright, hello and welcome back to another Genshin Impact Blind Gameplay Part 78. I'm Robot Jeezy. Last time I continued doing one of the main quests, and I was still going through the martial arts tournament, and I got through most of it, and I went to find a thief that stole the vision item, and I fought some enemies and talked to some NPCs. So let's continue. Before I continue, stuff I have stuff to talk about. First of all, it's going to be a long stream. Secondly, sorry about the noises in the background. And then thirdly, I will be BRBing during this stream, and one of the times I will be grabbing something to snack on, and during that time I won't be able to talk, and I will say, I'll put that in the text. So let's go.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Just, oh, Well, I just want to see something. Should be okay. I was looking at my health.
Fate is upon you.
A reward on the road.
This should be fine.
you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Apologies, Captain.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
After braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally comes into port. Drop anchor, hold the sails.
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
And I am Captain Marcus.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
And I just recently got through a martial arts tournament, so nice to meet you, Tama.
Oh, it's sure nice to say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
And you're pirates.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
We got this.
Fair seas, Captain. Captain Beetle. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh, okay then.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, purpose of visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
I mean, we are here to find my sister.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are the entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Whew. So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Welcome or not, we don't have a choice.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
No. You are new here.
Of identification.
Let's go. Let's see. About the same distance. So let's go ahead and go open that up since we're registered now. Hopefully we don't get shot down. Oh, it's all the way up there. Damn, Amber's now on my team. That's fine. We have enough values. Yo. Wave Rider. The heck is this? This device has a mysterious power. Okay. Perpetual mechanical array. Strange alien machine. They say that it is a war machine left behind by a nation that has already been destroyed. Composed of several different parts, it can adapt to its combat environment and employ a variety of attacks. This machine, comprised of cubic shapes, is on some level very much like the elemental hypostates. Okay. Very interesting. And we got another adventurers guild. Let's just let's open this up and then just get the checkpoints as we go. Nice, Electro. No, I want to resonate with Fire, to be honest. No, I don't have any. Do I? No, I shouldn't have any. No. Holy land. I wonder if Al meets Chanel here. Oh wait, no, he's going space. He's going to space.
You've completed entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Well, not entirely.
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
What? Also, sorry for spoiling those who haven't watched One Piece.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
Or those who haven't got to that arc yet.
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
I don't doubt your math, but it's just way too much.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
That is a major discount.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
But I don't want to live here though. To be honest, like like if I had the option, like I would choose to stay in Mondstadt since that's where, like that's the first like city area that I got introduced to and I'm familiar with, and it just like it to me it feels like home, you know. So anyways.
How you haggle? By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
The residency application is processed smoothly. Oh, well, didn't get to read all that.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
Reminds me of someone else's strange relationship with Mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
That's blatant oppression against Outlanders.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rizzo. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
So how would an Outlander ever get to meet?
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
You might as well just start shooting arrows and have an army come against us.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
I still have to find a way.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Reno Fixer is better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora.
I'm talking about your soul.
In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
So what's the job?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
You've got mail. So that's... Oh, it's literally right. Choo! Do you need something? What is this place? This is the International Trade Association. What else do you want? What can I do here? The International Trade Association used to be a gathering place for foreign traders. Everyone would come to here to mingle and exchange businesses. It was a bustling place. As for now, because of the lockdown, foreign traders have become a rare sight in Inazuma. It's all much quieter now. Those merchants who need help would probably just visit Kurisu directly. About Kurisu. President Kurisu is very reliable. Every outlander on Rito can count on him. He's been living in Inazuma for a long time, after all. He has all sorts of secret resources. Oh no, I'm talking too much. You didn't hear that. I forgot a thing that, that I wanted to talk about. I watched the final episode of, Secret Invasion. All in all, it's, like, the entire series is pretty good. Just figure out who's who and whatnot. The finale was pretty great. So yeah, anyways. Well, anyway, even if you aren't a merchant, you can still ask Kurisu for help. As Outlanders, we all have to look after each other here. That's what he always tells us. For a fellow Outlander like yourself, I believe the President will definitely welcome you with open arms if you ever find yourself in trouble. Yeah. Oh, dear customer, are you interested in, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, Anahitan Blessing? Anahitan Blessing? Have you never heard of it? It's a specialty from Sumeru, the grace of Lesser Lord Kusanali. No matter how barren the land or dreadful the climate, a small amount of it shall work wonders. What's the theory behind that product? Well, it must be the elemental power within, which grants the land more vitality, and then that, I'm not a researcher, so I can't really explain it well. Anyway, we the Sumeru locals, all use the stuff for farming. Its effects are impeccable. It's perfect either for your own use or a gift for your family and friends. About this shop. Oh gosh, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. Suyafushi Bakshish shop only sells specialties from Sumeru. Apart from our featured product, Anahitan Blessing, we also have the carefully picked, super delicious Rokahashava mushrooms. These specialties all come from Sumeru across the sea, so rest assured their authentically authenticity is guaranteed. How's business going? Why would you ask that? Of course. Never mind. I'll be honest with you. Before this... I'm sorry. Again, if I'm mispronouncing something, I'm sorry. Before this Sakako decree, we still had Inazuma locals coming from the Narukami Island to purchase our goods. But ever since the Sakako decree took effect, only a few people have come. It's getting hard to do business, and I'm not sure how long we can last. Dear customer, would you like some Anahitan blessing? How about buying it as a souvenir for your journey here? No thanks. Indeed. Why would you buy fertilizers as a souvenir? Even if I met him, I still have to... Something on your mind? Well, I'm a researcher from Leo. My dream is to travel around the world and visit all 7 nations. My journey has been pretty smooth so far in Mondstadt, Sumeru, Natlan, and Fontaine, but things develop unexpectedly here in Inazuma. Because of this cacao decree, I could not enter Inazuma City. When I was about to leave out of disappointment, I ran into him. Him? You know, from Powerpuff Girls. Yes, me. Oh, excuse us, we're talking here. Yeah, he was the first person I met in Inazuma who was willing to help me. Because he saw that I was a lone outlander. He offered a lot of help to me while I was stuck in Rito. Honestly, he's very kind and warm. I've become quite fond of him. But my worldwide sojourn has not ended yet. I can't just settle in Inazuma. Love is precious, but liberty is more so still. I really need to choose carefully. Freedom. Yeah, if you don't have a desire for freedom, then no matter how long you've been journeying for, you still won't be able to see things with an open mind. That's truth. From the looks of things, you're also a traveler, right? These are for you. After you go to more places, I think you'll be able to understand the value of freedom more. Okay.
Sorry. I need to think about it.
For her sake, should I... You seem to be troubled by something. I outlander friend. Have you ever experienced this before? Feeling like your whole world has become brighter after meeting someone? I have had that experience. Sorry. That must sound a little cringy. Not really. But this is how I really feel. It's like I have butterflies in my stomach. After I met her, I even wanted to leave my hometown and follow her to the unknown beyond. Her? Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, this girl is from Liu, someone I have faded encounter with not long ago. She's cheerful, clever, and carefree. She's completely different from me. Someone who has spent his entire life in Inazuma. When I was with her, I felt like my whole world was becoming different. I often wonder if I should leave Inazuma with her and set out on a journey that I've never imagined before. I'm supposed to be the successor of my family business. It's going to be very hard for me to give up on my duties and just leave. What should I do? Hello, is there anything I can do for you? What's bothering you? Why do you keep walking around in a circle? It's actually not that big of a deal. I'm planning to travel to Narukami Island. I'm guessing that my request should be processed soon. But I'm SNES 9, and I'm not really used to the diet here, nor am I a good cook myself. I'm fine here in Rito, but I've heard that there isn't a single shop run by Outlanders on Narukami Island. There are only Inazuma-style restaurants available. I wonder if I could still eat anything that reminds me of home once I'm in Inazuma City. If only Miss Ryuko could come with me as well. Why did you come to Inazuma? As you can see, I'm a SNES Nyan merchant. So naturally I'm here for business. Apart from doing business, I also plan to travel around Inazuma. I heard a lot of legends about places in Inazuma. Perhaps I might be able to find something if I go check those places out. No, I'm not done talking to you. Miss Ryuko? Yeah, Miss Ryuko is a lady who runs a food stall there. Have you ever tried her snacks? Nope. She knew that I wouldn't be used to the food here. So she changed the taste up for me. That's so sweet of her. I've heard that her husband passed away several years ago, leaving her to take care of the stall alone. My condolences. I suppose I should go visit her stall more often. Help her. Say, if I can learn how to cook, would I be able to open a shop with Ryuko? Yeah, definitely. I tried cooking recently, but it feels like I'm not made out of the right stuff for a chef. Have a try. Is my cooking really that bad? Oh boy.
Enjoy the blessing of lesser
This was
Lord
just
Shushan Ali.
oh
A nation blessing now 10% off.
Oars and jewelry
boy.
from
Is it
Rita.
actually something
You
I
can't
can
find
eat? It is. Grilled steak, its color is a little bleak, almost as if it feels sorry for itself for being a sorry excuse for a steak. That's funny. Dear guest, would you like to purchase some minerals from Liu? About the shop. This shop is the Inazuma franchise of the Chuyu Trading Company. We mainly sell minerals, jewelry, and jade artifacts. We offer the finest minerals from Liu. Each piece is a gift from Rex Lapis. Sorry, I'm just looking around her shop. Although we don't boast the same reputation as those classic brands like the Jade Mystery or Ming Xing Jewelry, the quality of our products is definitely on par with theirs. How's business? We're doing okay. After all, there is always demand for minerals, no matter where you go. If there is demand, there is a market, and Liu merchants will never miss a business opportunity. The only problem here is this Sakakao decree. Our important channels were still affected by it in the end. It's just a headache. About Rex Lapis. Do you mean the passing of Rex Lapis? I've already heard about that. When that incident took place, the lockdown of Inazuma had already happened, so I also missed the rite of parting. I'm still a bit broken up. I'm sure every Liu citizen would have grieved too. I seen the rite of parting. Wow, so you are the rumored foreign traveler that assisted with the rite of parting. I apologize for my rudeness. Oh, that's okay, you didn't know. As one of the Rex Lapis' subjects, I need to properly show my gratitude. Please accept my helpful gift. Make sure you take it. What do I get? Oh.
Sorry. I need to think about it.
Oh, oops. I am. What?
Which one should I choose? How boring.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Very nearly.
Good. That's a relief. You need to be careful. You'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
We need to play Tetris. What do we don't have Tetris here. We need Tetris. Move blocks, put in position. We need Tetris.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No, what's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Sounds like a marrow.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth.
Sneznaya. Okay. Sneznaya.
So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
I think so. Hold on. Dang it, I don't have Monopoly on me.
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
Can't you discuss the situation with the Kanjo Commission?
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
Try your best to negotiate with the Kanjo Commission, because this one, maybe not.
But Carice is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right, and besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the case!
Okay, that's not too far.
I think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Yes, we just arrived.
So, what do you need with me?
Where do you source your goods?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
Yes.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Why would I ask that? Can you reduce your prices?
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's the problem?
I punch you in the face.
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
How so?
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Hmm. Yeah, let's go talk to Toma and see what he has to say about this situation.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help us help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
At least I didn't get the impression he was a local.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Rito and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Got it.
Really? What do you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Oh, so I do have to talk to him still. Alright.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
It was the wind that led me back. Time on your hand. Someone called that a form of freedom.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
A dandelion one would sure be nice on a day like this.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Oh. I have a lot of these. Thank you.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the Nemo Archon protect you.
Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
I'm not a liar. Come on now. Close your eyes.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Cheap and tasty chop suey.
Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
And made the flames of virtue spread to all.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Lila Harbor.
Leah.
I have one of these.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
The International Trade Association will protect you.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
I will do my best. At least make sounds pretty loud. Just gotta remember just gotta remember Assassin's Creed. Just gotta remember.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
But of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is...
Too close! That's too close! He'll
Sorry.
further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Shit.
He's getting further and further.
Yeah, no shit.
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
I'm not the best at stealth, I'm sorry.
Further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Oh.
Huh? Where'd he go? He was there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Is he a ninja?
If only we made less noise.
That's my bad. I'm not the best at stealth. Yes, I've played like 4 of the Assassin's Creed games, but I'm not the best at stealth. I will be honest about that.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Oh,
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
Okay. Nope, too fast, too fast.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
But of course, tax collection is difficult work.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Huh? Where'd he go?
What?
It's not like I'll get
He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Oh my gosh.
If only we'd made less noise.
I. Yes, I know.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him!
But do it stealthily.
love for freedom.
So, like, I get I have to be stealthy, but also, like, I have to be pretty close to him in order for him to not disappear out of thin air.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
Fine. We're fine.
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
But of course, tax collection is difficult work.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Okay.
He's getting further.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think.
He's getting further and further away.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
catch up a
can't
little.
really.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up.
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us. He's getting further and further away.
I know,
Let's catch up a
Pyro.
little. He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
And
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
but I can't get close to him. Oh, okay. I think I did it. Yes, okay.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
Is he still around? No, apparently he vanished out of thin air again.
Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring. Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Now hold on, Paimon. We gotta see what it says first. I guess the real reason Paimon came along.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here.
This is exactly why I am keeping that. Exactly, it's exactly why I'm holding the Mora.
Aha! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great. Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't going to come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
Wheel.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
You're the one making a mockery of the rules here, Kaijiro.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
He kind of looks like a little bit. He looks a little bit like Raiden. No, sorry, Raiden. Sorry.
Let me take a look at the ledger.
Yeah.
Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your ledger. So, Mr. Cato, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirai Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
I pull out my sword.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
I sheath my sword.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon. Context.
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady.
Is that? I think that's that looks like a spyglass from the looks of it. I don't know.
Lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi.
I was a fan.
I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
And just hear grumbling in the background.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma, what was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the Yashiro Commission.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself.
I know your name is Toma.
I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time?
Not entirely, but sure.
So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayako, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would have.
So as her attendant, are we helping you or her?
You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than necessary. Firstly, you should know that a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island. And I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage, it's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt Decree...
I never offered to help.
That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
I have one goal here, to meet the Raiden Shogun.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
But
Huh? What's up?
Outlanders are unable to leave Rito.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
I think perhaps not.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komura Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
It's under here. No. No. This one. Whomsoever has this invitation letter may enter Komoro Tea House. It has the seal of the Yashiro Commission on it. Okay. 64.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito?
I pull out my sword. I know of one way. I wonder if the Kanjo Commission has heard of us.
Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner?
I mean, it's an option.
Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh. Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
Guy's just doing his job.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke. Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
I too am honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
Alright, all in good time. 2 travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world takes to knock the wind out of some terror sails and put the overlord of the voice back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
Although I had help with the last one there.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Whoa, you heard about that too? Yep, it's true, alright.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
How ironic. Paimon, I think he's a fan of us. You're too kind.
Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
This is my forte.
Excellent. Well then. You must know the Genshin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Genshin, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
300? Holy crap. You, sir, are insane.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
I think he might be a couple orders of magnitude off.
Too much trouble, is it? I see.
It is 300.
Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters.
It's hit me.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
I'll consider it.
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
I'll do the letters, but that'll take me a long time.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous.
Hold on, there's a storm thing up there. Let's see. Get up. No, stop it.
I can't believe I got assigned this task.
Oh god. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Trying to figure out the best way to climb this building.
I can't believe I gotta solve this task.
Okay. Go. Wait, what? How can I not go in there? Should just not physically there? Because, like. Oh, okay. Weird. Okay, there we go. It's all the way up there, right? Got it. Alright. I did it.
Halt, you two!
Just as I expected.
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see!
Dear Traveler, would that I could convey this message to you in person. I apologize for the hasty means by which this letter has come to you. I hope that it hasn't left you feeling perplexed or perturbed in any way. This is my first time extending an invitation to an unknown outlander, after all. It is no mere coincidence that our paths have crossed. Therefore, I hope that you would be so curious as to meet me tonight, under the glow of resplendent moonlight. Please do not fret about retainers and bodyguards. I will ensure that their attention shall be elsewhere. I look forward to the pleasure of your company.
So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on?
We shared a glance.
Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back?
No.
Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
Sorry for making more dirt on the way.
Ah, you finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
When was the first time? Oh wait, that's right, never mind.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
The pleasure is mine.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Yeah. No, I'll put that on later.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Another one.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
That's the 710.
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamachi. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Ah, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise.
Seems like a reasonable deal.
To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
Yes.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the shogun.
And then, seems we need to get off of Rito as fast as we can.
We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is...
Here, oh.
Very
Wow, that
well.
was way too
I'll be
fast.
waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
Ooh, can I read it? Okay. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, back. Alright, I will be snacking on something while playing, playing the game, so I won't be able to talk during that. So I will put that in both chats.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
Okay.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Oh.
You're open!
That freeze!
Wind blade!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
With the wind! Berry! Wind blade!
Fry! Like a carrot.
Wind blade! Don't get frostbite. Dodge this!
Done.
What's the hurry?
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiraki,
Oh, that's the one.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Kool-Aid!
You're open! You're open!
How's this? Don't push your luck. Freeze! Cool it! Oh, so sorry. Freeze! Dodge this! Countdown! Boom!
You're open.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the best I can, so.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to...
My lady!
Is there something wrong?
No. Ask...
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to...
Please, do...
Yes, of course.
Now, do you really...
Boy.
Shinojo!
Well, the...
Yes, but...
Well then...
Yes, my lady.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well. We'll handle it.
What's the hurry?
Cool it. You're open. Dodge this. Freeze. Have a little freeze. Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Dodge this! Cool it! Freeze!
Let's get down to business.
Oh, so sorry.
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack! Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs!
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Try! More! Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Cool it!
See no more!
Don't get frostbite! I got careful! I got careless. Dodge this! Ha! Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Hunter.
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Dodge this! Don't push your luck! Fall before freeze! Cool it! You're open! Don't get frostbite! Dodge this! What's the hurry? Free! Dodge this! My blade!
How?
Cannot pass without a permit.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to...
My lady!
Is there something wrong?
No. As...
My lady, you aren't...
Please, do not...
Yes, of course.
Now, do you really presume...
Boy!
Shinojo!
Well, the...
Yes, but...
Well then...
Yes, my...
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Oh, so sorry. Freeze! Dodge this! Freeze! Don't get frostbite! Dodge this!
It's my lucky day. Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Dodge this!
The wrong test subject.
Cool it! There's more! Dodge this! Freeze! Frostbite! Cool! Freeze! To the very...
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiraki, stay close.
There's more! Need no more!
This isn't over.
Dodge this!
children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
So, since I'm not stacking right now. In the middle of stacking still. I just wanted to talk about that quest. I did the best I could. They need to give me more time. And that's pretty much it. So.
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I've already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glaze lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glaze lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is in fact harmful to humans. Ah, goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me.
So speaking back to that quest, like, I did the best I could. Let me know if, like, what I need to do, because like the only thing like I can think of that pops up into my head is ascending my characters and weapons. That's literally the only thing that comes to my mind. Otherwise, like, I'm doing the best I can with what characters I have. Going as fast as possible while also doing my best to defend the balloon float. So.
Yen Fei, I believe you already heard of the Traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of U.S. most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith, Jian Karst, in contact with the Fatui, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yen Fei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis and that he was with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go. But there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krustle. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some. Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Hello, Mr. Krustle. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
I'm done snacking, so I'm able to talk now.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a named Zhiqiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
And no ambiguities here, there.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Xiaochao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
I will be right back again. Still, really? So I can't do... Hold on. I can't do before BRB. So I can't do co-op mode until I do that main quest, the other main quest that I'm stuck on. Interesting. I wish you were able to put on co-op mode for situations like that. That'd be helpful. Alright, I am going to BRB now. Okay, back. I wonder. I will do that later then. What's can we do again? Does it just show events that I can do? Okay. Refresh. There it is. Okay. Nice. To Zequel. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that wrong. I want to pet it. Dang it. Just want to have a pet option.
Wow. Last act, that one.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I forgot to do something.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you... I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Zeke Quao?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them.
Oh, that's right. I wanted... Oh, wait. No. Wait. I'm gonna have to look at the map again, because I do want to see... if I'm able to do the adventure link thing there. Hello.
I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet.
I wonder if it's shareable. It's like,
I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost them, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
That's how okay, that's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
I'll do my best to remember. I'm sorry if I don't.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
It would be a little unfair to Crossell.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear. They do stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Chicho looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the Jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there would no longer be any need to check whether the Jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item, and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Ooh. I just thought of another game that I could add to random game streams, because I want to do arcade games, and the one I just thought of is Roblox. Since I did a one-off of that. But I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to do anything competitive, of course, as of right now, because of my mental state.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossel's.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to look at the map. Okay, so it was down here, or not. No, it was, wait, where was it? Zoom out. There it is, okay. Dang it. So it is that way. Okay, let me go to the Adventurers Guild here. So I want to see if the new place opened up on the adventure expedition thing. One way to find out.
Astra.
Hi, Catherine. Hey! Alright, so what do we got? We got Mora. What is this? Radish. I think. No. Radish was definitely not one of them. Okay. We've got Sweet Flower, which I think I'm already doing. Since Or sunset, yeah. Okay. Think am I doing a sweet fall one? I am. Okay. No, I don't remember a food recipe that I'm doing that has radishes. Radits! Radits! Alright. Just had to check. I think he's dead, Vegeta. Who cares? You're 10 times stronger than he is. It's been a while since I watched CBZ Abridged. I mentioned before that, like, I want to do, like, a One Piece Abridged, but I don't want to get copyright claimed for it, you know?
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Jiqiao relates to... Okay.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly, I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last Mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Alright, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last Mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
My friend, what can I get you?
Right over there. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Oops. Oh wait, no, I was going the wrong way. No.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
Not Smaragdus jadeite? Really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
That's not really much to go off on.
I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy.
Unless you're a really good detective, then like, okay, sure, yeah, definitely.
If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth. Monsieur Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Also, we do not have proof.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it.
Exactly.
Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone.
Pretty much.
After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I had one more for every time I heard the word contract.
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now will just be pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Smack your head here. Put your thumb here. I need you to write your name in blood. Let's see. I need a piece of your hair. 3 hours there.
And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
Meanwhile, in another place.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Such an ordeal.
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to do something?
Not for now, no. Despite how practical this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away.
Hello.
I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
The cat also says hello.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. But either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ha! I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Rios is I don't know what that means. I only speak English, I'm sorry.
If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Oh, that's okay. Is that another book I can read? No.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh! It's you, Yenfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
They kind of look like pieces of the Master Emerald from the Sonic series. Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything?
Not a trace of elemental energy I can see.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Chito tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And I'm sure a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
I'm sorry, I'm from Mexico, but taking advantage. I'm sorry, I'm from Mexico, but taking advantage of how good is my English? You're doing good so far with your English. No judgments here.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
You're doing the best that you can.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus Jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus Jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought here. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did!
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how Adepti become so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an Adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sinxie.
Oh, okay. Okay. I said. Wait. Okay, there it goes. Not too far.
stuff, but we have some new items in.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Krosel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix. The inlaid gemstone is reported as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal consultancy.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to the Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever.
Please,
Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
I guess from the Jade Mystery?
This is the processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus jadeite and Smaragdus nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Show the evidence from Ming Sing Jue.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
Pharmacy.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item... I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
He's seriously intimidating right now. It's a different person.
Again, that's legal consultancy for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Zerchow lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge Zerchow such an extortionate rental price?
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I fail to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Ms. Zerchow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite!
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But I... All right, then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well.
Yes, though there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Tao, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an Adeptus like you before.
An Adeptus? Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there's more than just reason involved here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
What are those? It's not too far from where I am. Hold on. There. Whoops. Ah, no.
you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yeah, we were, thanks to Yonfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
Goodbye.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique adeptus.
Ah, indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Ah, Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Granny.
All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment. There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now.
Cool.
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Yeah, I don't know how to make tea, so...
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Oh. There. Yes. Layout. Let's do for a while. I want to enter it. Preview. Oh, okay. I'm so confused right now. Oh, okay, I have to, okay. I see. no, I don't want to destroy that. Oh, why hello, child. The flowers bloom, yet so always fade, but people go yet another day. I just knew that you'd be back to see me before long. Admiring the flowers? There I am. One season after the next, this flower blooms and falls, only to bloom again. And on it goes, just like you. Look over here and over here. So many flowers are blooming. It looks like this will be a blessed year.
Oh, wonderful. The flowers blooming.
It says literally enter. It's really, it's, I don't understand. I don't understand. What? I don't know. Okay, I'll talk to her more. Okay, what type of flowers are these? These are glazed lilies, probably the last surviving ones in all of the harbor. People say that the sound of singing nourishes them and helps them grow. But the sound of fighting, of cursing poisons them and eats away at their roots. That is why over centuries of strife, they have disappeared from Liu's landscape. This is a beautiful flower. All thanks to the beautiful weather we're having today. I had always hoped that one day this flower would bloom all over Liu once more. But in the meantime, would you take a few of these flowers from Eugene Terrence with you on your journey, so that they might see the world? Sure. Tell me about the past. Just because my complexion screams ancient history doesn't mean I love discussing the past, you know. Relax, I'm only kidding. Or am I? Truth be told, the older you get, the more time you have on your hands. And the more you start contemplating the past, I do wonder how my old friends back in the mountains are getting on. Liu Harbor is a really wonderful place now. I wonder if they would ever want to step down into the mortal realm and get a taste of the lifestyle here. Look at me rambling on again. I must sound like a lunatic. Maybe one day I can discuss my past with you, if it is meant to be. Unless I'm supposed to do that. Unless I'm supposed to put it on the table here. Well, let's see. Because if I do that, wait. Increase your trust rate? What does that even mean? Wait, what? It said something in smaller text. Please complete the following quest to enter. That is really fast. Let me see again. Right, retail escape plan. Oh no, it's that one, isn't it? You... Really? Oh, well then. Okay then, well, that solves that. Oops, no. Yeah, I know. Alright, well... I don't know what to do. So, in order for me to enter the teapot, I have to complete the main quest I'm having difficulty with. I already explained, like, why I was having difficulty with it. I'll do, like, I'll contact support about it, but I don't know if they'll do anything about it. I really love this game. I really do. I'm enjoying it. Because I don't want to end it here. I really don't. Like, just... be finished with this game and move on to something different, you know? Because, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I really am. What else can I do here? There's this stuff. That's the fucking item.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is...
I will do my best with this support, contacting support, and tell them about the quests that I'm having difficulty on. Because I'm doing the best I could. I did the best I could with the quests. I went as fast as I could. I defended the balloon as best I could. I ate food that increased my attack. So so for now, there like there might be another part depending on what support says. But if it's bad, there's really nothing I can do about it other than send my characters. That's really all I can do, and increase my stamina. But like I can't ascend my characters without help, and I can't do co-op mode without finishing the main quest. I mean, I could do my best to get the ascending items that I need for the characters and the weapons. Okay. So yeah, I'll even if it is bad, I will do like ascending stuff, and yeah, ascending stuff, and then if I find the stuff to increase my stamina, I will. Other than that, tune next time to Genshin Impact Blind Gameplay Part 79. This is Robot GZ sign off. Bye.